Kirk Cousins is overrated. What's going on, guys? If you haven't heard or you live under a rock somewhere, Minnesota signed Kirk Cousins to a massive contract that will definitely bite them in the butt later on. An unproven quarterback who took his team to the playoffs just once and lost to a guy named Aaron Rodgers, who ironically he's going to have to face 2 times in his division, maybe a 3rd time in the playoffs if they get that far. I'll talk about that later. Now, this guy hasn't even won 10 games. His record is 26-30. I know some of these games aren't his fault, but let's look at against the Cowboys. He's never beaten them, guys. And I'm aware that he's thrown for 4,000 yards for 3 of his seasons, but to me, it seemed like he was just stat padding. And there's actually an article written that he was stat padding, that he was accused by his former teammates. They actually talked about that on First Take. You guys can check that out if you want to put a link in the description. But back to the Vikings, Kirk Cousins. Now, we know that he has to deal with Aaron Rodgers twice, and also the Lions, which I'm sure they'll prove to give him a lot more trouble than just the NFC East did. Another thing about this contract, guys, is the Minnesota Vikings are potentially going to have to let go some of their key players. I mean, they're going to want their fair share, right? It's only fair because they've done what they had to do in the season. They want their money like everybody else is getting. In my honest opinion, guys, Case Keenum will prove to have a better success with the Broncos than Kirk Cousins will have on the Vikings. I mean, Kirk Cousins hasn't even done nearly the stuff Case Keenum has. Now, I know Case Keenum kind of started, late. He kind of blossomed late in the NFL, but that's okay because it's better late than never. So, Case Keenum knows what he's doing out there, and I can honestly say he's going to have a better season than Kirk Cousins, but who knows? We'll see what happens. And Case Keenum knows what it means to take his team to the next level. I mean, this guy has been under some big moments in the playoffs. Yes, I understand he had that big blunder against the Eagles, but Kirk Cousins can't even say he got to the championship because he has trouble getting 10 games under his belt. But enough about that. Now, I know Kirk Cousins has a much better team than he did with the Redskins. A guy in Dalvin Cook and a good wide receiver core and a top 5 defense. He should definitely go far, but let me make this clear, guys. I don't care if he goes to the playoffs. I really don't, because this is a Super Bowl or bust team. This team has aspirations of going to the Super Bowl. They know they can get to the playoffs. I mean, they did it with Case Keenum, so they think, okay, Kirk Cousins, yeah, take us to the playoffs. That's cool and everything, but we're trying to get to the Super Bowl, and if you don't do that, then this will look like one of the biggest, failures ever in the NFL. We've seen like, wow, you guys gave him all that money just to not even get in the Super Bowl. I mean, that's what they're looking for, guys. Nothing short, nothing less. And I know that Kirk Cousins can put up some big numbers, but let's face it, guys. He's shrank away from the big moments. I mean, times where he had to face the Cowboys during Thanksgiving. I mean, he's thrown for 400-something plus yards in garbage time that doesn't really matter. So we'll see what he does. And this is why I honestly think this raises a red flag for the Vikings. I mean, you got a guy that's unproven who had never even went deep in the playoffs like that. He's never even won 10 or more games, guys. And I get it. The Washington Redskins defense isn't, great or anything like that. But if you're a great quarterback, you find a way to win these games and just to close them out. And I haven't really seen that with Kirk Cousins, but who knows? We'll maybe see a different Kirk Cousins. He's got a different head coach and offensive coordinator. Obviously, a better defense that can bail him out in some situations. But honestly, I think Kirk Cousins is a very overrated quarterback who didn't deserve all that money. But, now in the NFL, people are just giving quarterbacks a lot of money for nothing. So if you win 7 games, you're getting a massive contract. But other than that, guys, I am out. Let me know if you want me to talk about any other overrated players or anything like that. If you're new, make sure you leave a like, comment, and please subscribe. That definitely will be appreciated, and I am out.